The year was 2024. We are 1 week out from the CrossFit Games, competing on a team representing Peak 360, the gym that I've been doing CrossFit at for the last almost 15 years, which is crazy to think about. On my team, I've got Tola Maracanio, Lena Richter, and Matilda Garnes. The girls are from Norway. Tola's from the United States, as am I. We've put together this team in hopes of winning a gold medal at the CrossFit Games. A couple of us have been close. Myself, Tola, and Lena have all won a silver medal. Matilda hopefully is going to be able to stand on the podium for the first time at the very top. That's our goal. And we're prepped and ready. Everybody is feeling really good at the right time. And it's very cliche to say that in a video that's going out to the world. I think sometimes based on perception, people will make it seem like sunshine and rainbows, but truly, genuinely, I think everybody is as fit and as healthy as we've been all season right now, which is awesome because there have been ups and downs as there are with every team and every sport, every season, but we're hitting our stride at the perfect time. So fingers crossed that it all goes well. In the past, it was all on me, and if I was physically, mentally prepared, that was what mattered. It's been interesting on a team of 4, if one person, let's say I am feeling awesome and as physically and mentally prepared as possible, but even one of our teammates or the other 3 are not feeling as good, then that has an impact on my confidence. And so there's just this balance of like trying to elevate your teammates as well and needing to maybe get elevated yourself. If they're having a good day, you want to step up to make sure that you're on their level. And just making sure that all 4 of us are in the right place at the right time has been new and unique for me. Almost like if I feel great but somebody else does not, how can I take away a little bit of my like training or prep or surplus of energy and contribute it to them to kind of like level the playing field? And I'm hopeful that they are doing the same for me, which I believe they are. I feel just excited. I've felt that way a couple times this season. Like I remember during one of the YouTube videos before an open workout saying that like my fitness felt like it was like bubbling over and ready to explode, and I feel that way again, and I think these guys are feeling that way too. So I really hope that we can put on a show and continue the trend of doing as well as we have so far this season.
I feel good. I feel confident that we're a great contender. I'm never one to say that we're absolutely going to win, but I think we're going to put up a hell of a fight, that's for sure. And I don't think we have any reason not to be confident that we can definitely win this coming week. I would say this year I feel very prepared. I felt very prepared the last few years, but I don't feel like there's anything that's going to come up where I'm like, oh man, I'm really not ready for this, or I'm really scared I'm going to hold back my team on this particular thing. I feel like I've rounded out my weaknesses as best as they're going to get for the time being. Always work to do, but yeah, I'm feeling like it's going to come down to execution for us more so than fitness level.
What does that come down to for you? Is that a like prep ahead of time or like communication out on the floor? Or?
I mean, another good question. I feel like for us it's mostly going to be pre-event preparation, as far as making sure we understand the flow of the events correctly and making sure we have the correct game plan. I think, like I said, when you're not too worried about your fitness levels, it really comes down to creating the best game plan to express your fitness. And so we're going to have to be really, really dialed in there, because I think there's a lot of very fit teams this year, and I think the teams with the better game plans / better on the floor. You know, things happen, things are harder than you expect them to be, it feels heavier, someone's more tired than you thought they should be or they thought they were going to be, and you have to be able to make those adjustments really quickly. And a good call in that regard can, you know, take you from something where you weren't doing great to where maybe now you're in a top 3, and vice versa. It can, the wrong call. Hey, Munchkin, can you hold off on the bouncing for a minute, please? Thank you. Vice versa, you know, being in a good position and then making the wrong call on the floor can take you from a top 3 to now, you know, not doing as well as you should. Teams is really difficult because, you know, getting 4 people to have 4 good days in a row it's a tough thing to do, and that's the kind of magic you're looking for if you're trying to win. And having one person just having a day that just doesn't go well, or an event that doesn't go well, can make or break your games.
I've always been kind of peaking towards the semis and been like extremely nervous for semifinals because just qualifying for me as an individual has been nothing I take for granted. And like, not to brag, but we were kind of quite sure that we could qualify this year in the team division together. So like we were peaking more now towards the games, and I feel like I'm more nervous than ever for the games because like the goal we have is something I've never had as an individual. I've had more like, okay, I want to qualify, and of course you want to do your best, but I've been like realistic enough that I'm not going for a gold or like a podium. I haven't been at that level yet, so having that goal now feels a bit different, more nervous because it's just more scary, but also very fun. I think it kind of like, I'm not nervous while I'm doing a workout. Like, you're nervous before you get there, you're nervous some days in advance, you're nervous before every workout. But when you get out on the floor, it's like 3, 2, 1, go. It's like more adrenaline, and like you're not nervous while you're doing burpees. But I think being nervous before a competition makes me perform much better. I didn't really perform as I hoped in semifinals. It was like a mix of like being sick and traveling with jet lag and stuff, but I think I also kind of were, I don't know if we were like nervous enough, or like you just like if you know that you're gonna do pretty well. I think sometimes I maybe perform not as good as when I'm super nervous, so I think being nervous is just a really good sign because it means so much to you. So I think that's a good thing for the games now.
We've been practicing a lot of general CrossFit, and I'm very curious to see Noah in that captain role, you know, because he's been working on, he's a phenomenal athlete. He is so good in everything he do, and the only thing for him in the team division that he hasn't been doing is taking that captain role and being a team athlete, which means your skill is one thing, but the skill of looking at the others, knowing what their body languages mean, knowing what words to use and stuff like that, he's been really practicing, and we've been giving him a hard time throughout the season, like, hey, you can't say this, you have to say this. And I know it's probably been frustrating for him from time to time, but the last like month he's been awesome, so I'm really excited to see him like really using that. We are all 4 athletes having this as a full-time job. Like, every single day has been all 4 of us communicating and like organizing, trying to be on time, doing the same workouts, the same program mostly. And I'm used to 4 individuals where 2 of us had more time, but we're still setting up our own day, and then 2 of them working full time at the same, you know, like there would be 3 team workouts a week, not all 10 sessions. are team workouts for us all year. And I know that has both been really good. It made us really good in a short time. We know each other very well because of that. And it's also been mentally demanding. And not in a bad way, but if you ever been on a team, for sure, just planning and making 4 people show up, be there at the same time, feeling like equally well and like fit to do the same workout can be very exhausting. But we've done it all season, and if we can do that, I'm sure we can, whatever comes up at the games, we're gonna crush it.